Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and join the family, and let's enjoy all these videos together. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about being young and managing and maximizing your finance, because I do think when we're growing up we're not really taught about finance at school, and also like in your day-to-day life. Not a lot of people know how to manage their finance, and then when you get into university you have all these loans, this debts, these bills and all of that stuff, and then you start making an income and you pay taxes, you pay rent and all of that. But this is a way for us to engage in what finance is all about and get involved and be active in how you spend and your finances. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Disclaimer: I am in no way a financial expert and I do not study finance at university. The first thing I think of when I think of finance is budget, creating a budget. You have to create a budget for the things that you are spending and the things that you want to spend on. So budget helps you to see your outgoings and your leftovers. Each budget varies every month because there are certain things that you can't really control each month, that things happen, life happens, and it's out of your control. And also from a budget you can see how you can reduce your expenses, because it makes you see and it highlights the points or places where you're spending too much and where you can cut down on your spending. I do think for students it's a lot easier for us to save because you don't have that much responsibility. Depending on your assessment, student finance gives you a relatively large amount of money. And this is a way for you to start actually saving that money, because you can get a job in first year. Not you can. I advise you to get a job in first year because you have enough time on your hands, and also that's when you can really start building up your CV as well. From your job you can either save the money you're getting or you save your student finance, whichever one you prefer, and that way you have something to fall back on. Secondly, I think it's good for you to create a habit of saving. Once you create that habit, it's very hard for you to let go. So when you start saving, it's easier for you to start increasing your amount that you save per year or per month. So if you start with just saving £1 a month, £1 a day, it will go a really long way, because I do think the earlier you start, the better it is for you, and you don't find it difficult to start saving. Also, banks offer things like flexi saving, cash ISAs, investment ISAs. So flexi saving, depending on the bank, is basically a place where you can put some money and you can also take that money whenever you feel like it. It's flexi saving, and they do give you some interest on it, but it's not a lot. ISAs are tax-free investment. So you either have a cash ISA where you're putting money into that ISA account, and you have a maximum for that year. So for every tax year there's a limit. So I think this year it's £20,000 you can save for the whole tax year from April to March. Yes. And then they also pay you interest on that saving as well. Investment ISAs are a little bit different. They're basically ISAs where you put money monthly and those companies invest your money into different things, and again it's a tax-free investment. And then you have stocks. You can start investing in stocks depending on your financial profile. And also, if you have a regular income, it's very easy for you to start investing in stocks. And you're not just investing for now, you're investing for the future, you're investing for your children, and it goes a really long way. Thirdly, you need to set yourself a financial goal. Based on your budget, what is your financial goal for the year? Based on that goal, you can work towards it. You can ask yourself, how can I achieve this goal by the end of the year? Are you trying to save for a holiday? Are you trying to save for a driving test? Are you trying to save for a mortgage deposit? what is your financial goal, and set yourself a goal that you can easily achieve. Don't set yourself like goals that you don't even know where the money is going to come from, basically. Which leads me to my fourth point. How are you going to achieve the goal that you set yourself? Are you going to get a job? Are you going to start a business? How are you going to increase your revenue? If you're someone who works, okay, how are you going to increase the money that's coming into your account? Are you going to have a side hustle? And all that kind of stuff is what you need to think about so that you can achieve your goal. For me, I think of how can my money make me more returns. So that's again investment. How can this money make me returns? If I have a goal of saving £500, okay, I start saving that money, but I also want increase of that £500. I don't just want the £500 to just be there, because the thing with money is money sort of loses value the longer it just stays there. So you want to increase the revenue that you're making, your returns on that money. And then you don't just want to just save in a regular account. I mean, start with a regular account, but if you're someone that's already doing that, look for ways that you can improve on what you've already built. Improve on that saving habit you already have. You saved £1 last year, maybe start saving £1.50 this year. That's another way to quickly reach your goal. And then tax-free ISAs, like I said again, if you're doing the 1p challenge, it's also, I would advise maybe you should open an ISA account. All of this also depends on you. Find out what works for you and work and build on that. You can't just be setting yourself all these goals and it's not working for you, and then you're getting into debt. You don't want to set goals that will bring you into debt. You want to set goals that will take you out of debt, if that makes sense. And that's the way I see it. Find out what works for you and the type of investment plan that works for you. Investment is all about high and low risk. How much risk are you willing to take? Are you willing to take high risk? Are you willing to take low risk? And I do think depending on your budget, that will also depend on the risk level you're willing to get yourself into. Again, educate yourself on these things. I will leave some links in the description box on things you can read upon. Lastly, don't be too strict on yourself, because I do think finance is something that fluctuates, and so you should be able to fluctuate with the finance. If you restrict yourself, you can easily fall into like depression and just be too hard on yourself. Just take it easy. If your finance drops this month, maybe you should drop your level of savings, those type of things. It's all about finding a balance. Like I said, you want to also, it's good to give, because in giving you will receive more. So give and also save. So find a balance that works for you. It's just a habit that you need to cultivate, and it's something that the more consistent and the more diligent you are, the better you get at it, and the more your money starts to build up. If you're not subscribed already and you've watched till the end of this video, please subscribe. Share this video and comment any useful tips you have as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.